Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alaba. I'm a travel enthusiast and a content creator. In my last video, I promised I was going to do a video about the difference between Canada and Dubai and why a lot of people prefer Canada over Dubai. In this video, I'm going to be sharing you the benefits you stand to enjoy in these two countries, the pros and cons. Okay, if this sounds interesting to you, please stick around. The first thing I want to talk about where UAE beats Canada is the weather. The weather in Dubai is very hot. If you like very hot summers, you will like it there. And if you're not a fan of winters, Dubai is good for you. Canada has brutally cold winters and icy road, and this causes a lot of accidents. Okay. The second thing I want to talk about is tourism. UAE is actually meant for tourism. It's easier to get a tourist visa for UAE than to get one for Canada. Okay. And the third thing I want to talk about is work permits. The UAE has a much more bigger economy than its native population. So getting work permits as an expat is much easier than in Canada. In Canada, same principle applies, but Canada has more Canadians that are expats. So it's relatively hard for employers to recruit foreigners. Okay. The fourth thing I want to talk about why UAE has a little edge over Canada is the ease of getting credit. In Dubai, it's much easier to access credit than in Canada. You will generally have higher starting limits in Dubai, but just be careful and read the fine print because you can get jailed for failing to repay your debt. This is crazy in Dubai, all right? And another thing I want to chip in, which is the fifth thing, is accommodation. For accommodation, from my research in both countries, landlords are stricter in Canada than in UAE. That's in Dubai. In Canada, the landlords tend to do a lot of credit checks on you to see if you have a good credit before you can get an accommodation. And this makes the process longer and more time consuming. But in UAE, is a bit easier. The contract preparation is just one day. If everything, if you check all the blanks, or if you tick all the boxes, then you are good to go. You get your house in within 1-2 days. Okay. Then the ease of travel. Dubai is a major transit hub, so it's within an 8-hour flight from about 60%, sorry. Like I said earlier, Dubai is a major transit hub and is like 8-hour flight from about 66% of the world's destination. You can get to more places in one flight from Dubai than from Canada. Okay, this is basically what I've researched so far. So going to where Canada beats Dubai. Number one thing I want to talk about is the social benefit. In Dubai, your income is not taxed, but you won't get financial assistance from the government in the event that you lose your job or anything like that. In Canada, you get taxed, but you also get benefits such as universal health care, free health education, child subsidies, and so on. You also get child benefits, tax credits, tax refund, and so. You can even though you don't pay tax, you can still get all these benefits, all right? And for accommodation, from the research I have here, you tend to pay more rent in Canada than in Dubai. You don't have to pay for water, eating separately in Dubai, but in summer, you have to pay for cooling in Canada. Apartments in Canada comes with more standard amenities than apartments in Dubai. Overall, you get a better deal on accommodation in Canada. Okay? And the third thing I want to chip in here is immigration. It is harder to immigrate to Canada than it is to move to Dubai, but Canada offers a permanent residency routes and citizenship to foreigners. In Dubai, you can stay forever as a temporary resident, and you have to renew your temporary visa every 2 to 3 years as long as you continue to qualify. Then, the fourth thing I want to chip in here is the criminal code. In Dubai, Dubai has a strict criminal code than the one in Canada. Some of the things that are considered crimes in Dubai is not considered a crime in Canada. In Dubai, for instance, if a lady gets pregnant or if an unmarried lady gets pregnant, it's a crime. Okay, there is no bankruptcy protection in Dubai, but generally this is not a crime in Canada, as it's not a problem. The stuff you can get away with in Canada, you'll be arrested for it in Dubai. Okay, you can even smoke weed in Canada, it's legal, but in Dubai, if you try this, you are going straight behind bars. And the last thing I want to chip in here, which is not the last, is labor laws. In Canada, workers can join and form trade unions, but in Dubai, it is between you and your employer. The Ministry of Labor in Dubai, for instance, has laws that protect your rights on the job, but not the job itself. In Dubai, you are usually at the mercy of a visa sponsor for your right to live and work in the country, which gives more unscrupulous employers lots of power to abuse, manage, and violate the rights of the individuals. Okay?